What's good, sports fans? My name is Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. All right, make sure you subscribe to that podcast. It's a dope podcast. If you love boxing, NBA, NFL talk, real sports talk for the real sports fan, go ahead and subscribe to that podcast. You will enjoy it. Today, I just wanted to come to you with my quick reaction to Milwaukee just busting up the LA Clippers. I came home excited. I was like, ooh, I got off on time. Get to turn on the league pass real quick, catch Clippers versus Milwaukee. Clippers playing with Kawhi, with PG, against a full strength Milwaukee team. This should be a good one. And it was not at all. Started off all right. Like the Clippers came out cool, and Milwaukee was missing a few shots. Lopez, the good brother, Brook Lopez, he was off today. He was missing a lot of shots. And the game started out like, okay, it's going to be a defensive battle. And surprisingly, Giannis didn't start out fast. It was the second unit for Milwaukee that really took off, and Milwaukee never looked back. It was Pat Connaughton. It was Dante DiVincenzo. It was Ersan Ilyasova. Those guys took that second unit, came in the game, got up, and Milwaukee never looked back. They were up 15 at the end of the first quarter. The Clippers made a few runs in there, like when they had their four horsemen in the game with Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Kawhi, and PG in the second quarter. It seemed like they were going to come back into the game, but Milwaukee was not having it. And that's very impressive to see a team be able to hold a lead and build on it in the NBA, especially against a good team like the Clippers, right? Because in the NBA, we know it's a league of runs. So for the fact that you were able to not only build such a big lead, sustain the little run they had in the second quarter, and then the second half just not look back at all, right? So once that second unit came in that I mentioned earlier and built that lead, then Giannis, man, once he got going, it was done, right? And it was his birthday, so he got a lot of gifts as in support from his fellow teammates, and he didn't have to carry the load today. But man, that dude right there, he's at that level that we talked about, that magical, mythical, unstoppable level that we always mentioned, saying that, man, if Giannis gets a shot, just a decent one. We all know Giannis would never be Kyle Korver from the three-point line, right? But if he just had a decent shot that you had to respect, he'd be unstoppable. He's there. Like, he's unstoppable. Even against a great defensive team like the Clippers should be. I guess they're very good right now, not great. They should be a great defensive team. Even against a team like that, once he gets going, that offense gets going, next thing you know, he's getting backdoor cuts or he's posting up and what can you do with him? Like there was one play where he caught the ball at about the elbow, and you had four shoes around him, and you had Mo Harkless on him. It simply was a sweep, one dribble, sweep, one dribble, layup. What can you do when they set him up in positions like that? There's nothing you can do with this guy at all. And then you had the help from Chris Middleton, who held it down at the beginning of the game when everybody else was struggling. Came out ready to go. They put Pat Beverly on him. You know, Pat Beverly's scrappy, great defender, but he's small. Chris Middleton was able to take advantage of that matchup and also, catch him over. Very effective game for him. Very efficient for Chris Middleton. Eric Bledsoe's stats aren't going to stand out to you, right? It's not going to blow you away. But he played very well in this game. His plus-minus shows it. Very good defensively. Playing very confidently, right? Came down one play where he just like, boom, all right, boom, boom, you going to back up? All right. Shot to three. When you have Eric Bledsoe playing like that, it could be a big thing come playoff time. Because I'm one of the people that believes the loss of my man in Indiana right now, Malcolm Brogdon, is going to be a big loss for them come playoff time. But if Eric Bledsoe is able to play like he played tonight, he can make up for that loss. Especially when you have Wesley Matthews shooting, White Dante, like I mentioned earlier, Pat Connaughton, all those guys come out the bench shooting threes, Kyle Korver, spreading the floor. That team's going to be unstoppable, man. They played great defense. They were able to shut down Kawhi tonight. Kawhi's been a little off lately, but in this game, with that defense that the Bucks are playing, loading up the way they do, it was hard for Kawhi to get off. Paul George didn't have the best night. Those two guys aren't scoring. Lou Williams didn't really play that well. Montrezl Harrell, he had some moments here and there, but they were all off. And Milwaukee, winners of 14 straight, 14. Gotta take them seriously, man, when it comes to being title contenders. So I just want to give a shout out to them, man, because they are balling out right now. So Milwaukee, let's look out for them. Let's see how far they can take this winning streak, because they're a team led by Greek Freak where they can go on one of those crazy 20, 25, maybe even 30-game winning streaks because he's not going to take a night off. He's not going to allow the team to have a letdown. And they're coached well. So I can see his winning streak extending for a very long time, man. But until next time, make sure you subscribe to The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Follow me on all platforms at The Real Deal WDA. And go real or go home.